Let me turn the topic a little bit. Let's talk about social media and citizen engagement. You've talked a lot about what's good and bad about how people are using social media to connect with institutions of democracy. Say a little bit more about that.
Well, obviously, I'm a big supporter of social media as a platform for education. And the fact that you can launch an interactive constitution and within a year it gets 15 million hits is this astonishing opportunity to reach learners of all ages. Tweeting out educational videos is now reaching 14 million kids in the classroom, and the possibility for empowering individual learners to cultivate their faculties of reason is inspiring. On the other hand, it's really important to note the dangers of social media. Madison in Federalist 10 says that the worst thing that can happen in America is for representatives to communicate directly with their constituents. So I think I can say in a nonpartisan way that the idea of tweeting representatives would not have pleased James Madison. And the entire Madisonian system also is designed to slow down the processes of deliberation. Justice Brandeis, in his beautiful opinion in the Whitney case, says, as long as there's time enough for deliberation, the best response to evil counsels is good ones. That's why the whole constitutional system is set up to slow down deliberation. The idea of Brexit would be inconceivable in America because we don't make fundamental constitutional decisions by referendum or initiative or snap judgments. So to the degree that the speed of deliberation is so fast, that's polarizing people into armed camps, into filter bubbles and echo chambers. We've learned about how people are just consuming their news from like-minded news sources and not hearing arguments on the other side is a profound democratic challenge. But the social media and the platforms are both the challenge and the solution. The same social media that can polarize people can also bring together the Federalist Society and the American Constitution Society. Ladies and gentlemen, these groups were like the Montagues and the Capulets. They had not worked together before the Constitution Center brought them together, but they were inspired to be asked in a civil way to explore areas of agreement and disagreement. And I've become increasingly convinced that this education project is itself the Madisonian model. When people are required respectfully to listen to opposite points of view and to consider what they agree with and disagree with about, that itself is an exercise of citizenship of the highest kind. So we need to use social media to spread the light and to empower people to educate, to cultivate their faculties of reason, but at the same time mitigate the effects that may challenge reason rather than promote it.
We are seeing civic action today with digital tools. You know, the Case Foundation has invested about $4 million in 3 giving platforms over the last 10 years. And today, over $5 billion of giving through micro donations, $10 and $20 by citizens, many of them giving for the first time, young people using these digital tools. It's getting them engaged in causes. It's bringing them to action and things that they care about. So sometimes I think we look at the divide and we're not as careful to look at the true upside that we see that's bringing people